Hello there and welcome to Strictly Fishing, where I'm fishing. How you doing, mate? That's good. So I'm here to tell you a little story right now. The work shift from hell is what it is. This happened late 2019 at my previous workplace. And you don't believe me that it was the fucking work shift from hell, mate. It definitely was. So a couple days prior to the incident, I had driven into work and noticed some graffiti on the front of the work, you know, on the wall out the front. And someone had spray painted their tag, whatever, death, that's what it was, DETH. As soon as I saw it, mate, I was the bum boy of the workplace, so I knew that was my job. I was the youngest person there. The like median age was like fucking 43 probably, if I had to guess. So I seen the graffiti. Yep, that's my job. That's gonna be happening a couple days later. For sure, the production manager comes up. He goes, "Oh, Hoya, can you please..." He goes, "Here's some graffiti remover. Can you please go and get this graffiti off the wall?" So I go out and do that. I'm fucking scrubbing away with this graffiti remover. And it's not working all that well, to be honest. A bit of it came off, but you could still definitely see that shit. So I go back, I'm like, "Mate, it's not really coming off all that well." "Alright then, you're gonna have to paint it." And honestly, I didn't mind all that much doing like odd jobs there at that workplace. It was quite nice to switch things up a little bit. So I go upstairs, grab the paint bucket that matches the color out the front, go back out the front of the workplace, go back out to the graffiti, and I need to stir this paint up. So what I do, I grab this bucket under like the lid, where the lid is, and I pick it up and I go to start like spinning it around, like wobbling it a bit so that I can mix it up inside. And this crusty old fucking bucket that they've had for years and years, where I'm holding it, the lip snaps off on both sides with my hands, and the paint falls, it spills all over the fucking concrete out the front of the workplace. No fun at all. I just felt defeated at that point in time. It was not good. Here's a picture of what happened. I did document this. My workmate thought it was quite funny to take a picture. So he did that, and he got a recorder, which is nice. Oh, should just got some new fucking wings, bro. Let's go. That is sick. And here you are thinking, oh yeah, that's fucking horrible, mate. It is horrible, no good, but it gets worse from there. So I need to clean up this paint somehow, and I can't really think of a good way to do it. So I can't remember who did it, but someone suggested to me just to wash it off the footpath down into the drain. And so I'm doing that. I'm filling. There's no hose nearby, so I have to fill up like... apologies for that. My mum came home about 2 days ago. Anyways, so the workplace had no hose, but they did have buckets. I've been filling up these buckets, heavy ass bucket, carrying it back to where the paint's at, pouring it over the paint, washing it down the drain. So this has gone on for maybe half an hour, 40 minutes perhaps, just washing paint down the drain. It is working a bit. It looks a lot better than it was previously. So that's done and dusted. Paint's about as good as cleaned up as it can be. I head back into the factory, try to figure out a solution to stop paint dripping onto the concrete. And then the production manager comes back up to me and he goes, "Ahoy, can I have a word with you?" And I'm like, "Alright, obviously I've done something wrong. Let's see what this is all about." And he goes, "Well, the city council has actually turned up. One of the neighbors has called the city council and said that you're washing paint down the drain, which is not right. And obviously you're not supposed to wash paint down the drain." I can't remember if I knew that you weren't supposed to do that back in the day. Probably did, but I have to apologize to all the sea life that probably harmed, or the water treatment areas or whatever the fuck, I don't know. I caused some problems, right? And the production manager, he straight up lies to the city council person. He goes, "Oh, there wasn't that much paint. He didn't wash that much paint down the drain. We just needed to clear it off the footpath. There was fucking heaps of paint. It was like half of the full bucket of paint. You saw in a picture, there was a fucking lot of paint, mate. I washed all that down the drain. Not good. So not good at all. I'm feeling bummed about having to clean graffiti, bummed about spilling the paint, bummed about fucking city council coming because I washed it down the drain. But the shift gets worse, mate. It's a windy fucking day out there. And as I said, I'm going inside to figure out a solution of how I can stop the paint from dripping onto the concrete. So we used to have these big boards, and I decided to get the heaviest ones and lay them down under the paint, the graffiti, so that when I paint over, it's not going to drip on the ground. And I got the heaviest ones because I knew it was windy and I didn't want the boards to fly away. Oh, motherfucker. I'll tell you how well that went. I lay these boards down, everything's looking fine enough, and then there's a massive gust of wind. It picks up one of the boards. The board actually flies through the fucking air. And my boss, and not the production manager, this is the big fucking boss, he owns the factory. He has this like fucking expensive looking white Mercedes Benz. Like honestly, it was just a big flex having it. Like he didn't need to have a car that flash, but he was just like, "Oh yeah, I make money. I got a Mercedes, brother." This board flies through the fucking air, hits the front of his expensive ass Mercedes, and my heart just fucking drops. I'm like, "Oh fucking no!" But the board keeps traveling through the wind, keeps fucking flying, goes like bounces off his fucking bonnet, flies through the air, lands on a car next to it, which was the visitor at the factory at the moment, and the board lands like on an angle where the corner is. It hits the fucking other person's bonnet, and it just fucking travels on the corner and just goes and just scratches the fuck out of the visitor's bonnet. And by that point I was just like, this is fucked. Not a happy man. And it was shit, man. It was fucking shit. And the boss comes out, big boss, and the coincidental timing, I was like, oh fuck, I just hit that person's car. I can't remember if I told him that I hit his or not. I don't know, I can't remember, but that scratch was real bad. And he was like, don't worry about it, mate, we'll sort it out. And I was like, I'll pay for it, I'm sorry. Fuck, man. I didn't know whose car it was. They went and they sorted it out. They had to talk to the lady whose fucking car I just absolutely mauled. I didn't have to see her or communicate with her at all, which I'm thankful for that, but I did really want to apologize for that happening. And the company's insurance sorted it out, so it was all happy in the end, but holy fuck, the stress of that day was absolutely insurmountable. Oh, even thinking about it, mate, just fucking hurts my soul, really. That was so shit. So ever since then, whenever I think I've had a shit work shift, I can look back on that day and go, it was not as stressful as that right then. Because that felt like real life consequences that day. I thought I was going to get fucking snagged by the city council, have to pay some fines. Got let off the hook of that one. Thought I was going to have to pay for fucking scratching up this lady's bonnet. Oh lordy. And also, I did end up finishing the paint job. I'm not sure if it was the same shift or not, but the paint job was fucking mint, bro. I did a good job, and even to this day, you can see that the paint job in that wall is so much fresher, crisper, and cleaner than the whole rest of the front of the factory. Everyone's walking around like, oh, we should get you to paint the whole rest of the fucking front of the factory. It looks so good. Bro, I'm not doing that shit. Go fuck yourself. And see how that just turned out for me? Anyway, that's about it for Strictly Vision. Let's check out what we hauled today. Ooh, pirate map. I've been looking for one of them. Fuck yeah. So this here was our haul from today and 2 days ago. Not so bad. Let's open these crates up, mate. See what we got. Boom, 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 boom. And that's what we managed to get ourselves out of those crates. That was Strictly Fishing, mate. I hope you enjoyed that one. Boy, I know I did. Enjoy yourself. Shot out, mother. My camera is circuity.